Man, look, you gals and gal, you guys and gals out there, look, listen. We have so many complainers right now. Okay? Now I understand the critics, all right? But we have complainers from all classes and all situations of crypto and the SAITAMA situation that we are dealing with right now. Okay, and one of the complainers, okay, look, I respect a lot of the holders out there, the ones that are still in the project, but there are some holders out here, right, who are complaining because they're going to get less tokens. Okay, they're going to get less supply. They're going to get, they want the billions. And I already told you how the billions is not going to benefit you. It's just not. It's just going to sit there. Okay, having billions and trillions of SAITAMA, that would mean that we would be staying in the V1. Okay, and I already told you that you're not going to get rich by having all of those tokens. Okay, and the reason why is because they're not going to be getting catered to. Instead of moving and making you rich even 5-10 years from now, they're just going to sit there, or you're going to actually lose, or you're actually going to gain zeros. Okay, so it's just going to down the project. All right, but look, the crazy thing is, okay, you had individuals, right, who've held trillions and hundreds of billions, okay, of SAITAMA, okay, whether it been recently or months ago, okay, and a lot of those individuals have sold. They didn't sell everything, but they've sold some because they were mad at the project, okay, or they just didn't trust the project and things like that. But now look, now we're going into a new phase, okay, and now you have a lot of individuals have less. Okay, now imagine the position you would have been sitting in, okay, if you had have held the majority of your tokens. Imagine individuals, right, who held trillions of SAITAMA. Now, I know that, after the V2 switch is completely over, okay, individuals are going to be left with, the majority of individuals are going to be left with, tokens just within the millions, okay? And a lot of some of the investors do not like that. They do not like that. They want to keep the supply, or they at least want to be, kind of like in the upper millions, the 100 millions, the 50 millions, and some of them are not even going to be in the millions. Some of them are going to be in, the 100,000s. And for the ones that's not in the 100,000s of holdings, some of them are actually majority are going to fall into, 100,000, 50,000. They're going to just fall kind of in that 1,000 mark. And a lot of them do not like that. Now imagine where you would have been at. Okay, imagine where you would have been at for those complainers out there if you had have held a lot of the tokens that you sold. Imagine that, where you would have been at. Okay, now, of course, we had that big buy. We had a lot of big buys prior to, the SAITAMA V2 switch taking over. And a lot of individuals were then in a panic. They were in a panic. They were like, man, we need to be in a race to reach 100K. We need to be in a race to reach 1 million tokens. Now all of a sudden that stuff matters. But at first, and look, I know we can't tell the future. We did not know when V2 was coming out, but you can't always assume that when things are on a down, okay, that this project is going to stay on a down. Projects do not stay on a downtrend all the time. They just do not. Crypto does not work like that. They do not stay on downtrends all the time. Okay, you have to assume at times, if you read between the lines and you trust the project, then know that something is good coming down the line. All right, remember what I always tell you. The now is what? The now will be history tomorrow. Everything that happened yesterday is gone today. Okay? The now will be history tomorrow. And now we're in a position where a lot of individuals were scrambling around. Now, I do like the big sales. Okay, I like those sellers. I like those, not the sales, but I do like the buys. I like those big buys. But now, look, we scrambling around because of a lot of decisions that we made in the past. All right, and we're talking about individuals. Imagine individuals, right, that have held. Now, I made, SAITAMA pointed out that, the SAITAMA dev team pointed out that, we've passed our first year. Okay, and I made videos congratulating individuals who've held. You now have a year under your belt. Okay, now imagine those individuals who ignored a lot of the FUD, ignored a lot of the criticism, and held. Now, you do what you want to do. Okay, you can do what you can sell your crypto and all of that. And look, a lot of times I won't even say anything about that. But when individuals are in a situation, right, where they're selling their crypto and they're coming back months later complaining about what they're going to receive after the migration, I have to make a video on that. Because number one, no one told you to do that. But number one, somebody did tell you to do that. The fudders told you to do that. Okay? But now here you are. Now imagine individuals who held trillions and sold. I mean, for like what? What's like every trillion? I think every trillion is what, like $1 million or something like that? All right? I may be wrong. Is it $1 billion or $1 million? It may be like $1 million for every trillion. But imagine that. Now imagine, having multi-millions of V2 SAITAMA. Okay, all because of what? All because you did your own research, you did not pay attention to a lot of the critics out there and a lot of the fudders. Imagine if you had a hell because of your own gut, because of your own research. Imagine that. Imagine how a lot of you would have been sitting today. All right? Instead of sitting with only half the supply you're supposed to have, or less than half, because some people got pissed off. They sold over half. All right, so imagine that. So when we complain, we have to think about our past actions. We have to think about our past actions. Think about your past actions. Don't blame the project. Don't blame the development team, because you were sitting nice at first. All right. So the thing is this: if we are man and woman enough to sit up there, okay, and sell our investments based on FUD, based on the critics and all of that, then we should be man and woman up enough to accept what comes afterwards. Okay? We have to. Okay? We can't be man and woman enough to sell, during the down times, and then we want to complain, okay, 6, 7 months from 8 months from now. Hey, it's too late for that. So we have to be willing to accept the consequences. Okay? So I want to make this video because I see a lot of individuals doing that. I've been seeing a lot of comments saying, in the YouTube comments and in the Twitter comments, saying that, I wish I had held, I wish I had held, those trillions or held those multi-billions that I had and all of that. But now it still sucks because, what makes it even worse is that now they're going V2 and we have to get even less supply. Nobody told you to do that. No one told you. Like I said, someone did tell you to do that, but hey, it was not your own decision. I said these investors make decisions that they are not their own decisions. All right, so a lot of individuals they had a good run. We had a good buying power. It was a good run. Individuals stacked up on as much V1 as they could to kind of compensate that V2. Okay, but hey, we just got to accept what we're getting. And look, the thing is this also, there is nothing wrong with receiving like 50,000 tokens or something like that, or 100,000 tokens, because you got to understand this. We are still early in this project. So do the math, right? If you got 50,000 or 40,000 tokens, even 10,000 tokens, do the math on what that would be when the V2, SAITAMA V2 hits 1 cent. God forbid $1. Look, even $1. All right, even $1. Imagine what Imagine what your returns are going to be if it hits 1 cent or $1. Okay, 40. You got 40 SAITAMA, 40,000 SAITAMA tokens, or 50,000 SAITAMA tokens. $1, that's 50. Yeah, that's 50,000. If you have 40,000 tokens, $1 when it hits, that's 50,000. Okay, every dollar is another 50K. Okay, so just imagine if SAITAMA V2 hits like what? Like imagine if it hits like $5. Okay, so times that. All right, and look, we're talking about V2. A lot of these zeros are going to be easily killed in the next couple to a few years. Okay, you see how a lot of these projects are like they're like $1, $2, $3, $4. Imagine individuals that get into SAITAMA V2, okay, after the migration, way after migration. Okay, imagine the position you're in. You're in a decent position. Stop complaining. You're in a decent position compared to the position that a lot of individuals are going to be in after the V2 has seasoned. Okay, so don't take it for granted. All right, don't take it for granted. All right, so I want to make this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Y'all know when I make these videos, I can talk. Okay, I love talking. I feel like I have a bond with you all now. So I can get on here and talk. I can, get up in the morning, put my pants on, get dressed, and think about making content for you all. And I can just talk. But I think sometimes I can go overboard with it. Okay, but look, it's a passion. I always say this right here. If you do something in this world, and this is going to be my last point, because I know I'm overdoing it. If you like doing something, and if you do something in this world, like doing it, okay, have a passion for it, okay, because you can get up and if you have a passion for a certain thing, it can just flow naturally, okay, and you'll be in a more happier space, okay. I like doing this, okay. So look, I wanted to make this video, and I will catch you all. And no, I do got my saying too. Okay, every now will be what? History tomorrow. And you either have patience in this crypto investing space, or you lose in the end. And you don't want to be a loser, right? Because I want all of you to succeed. All right. So it's my video, and I will catch you all on the up and up. Outie.